Welcome to the Customer Service Show on GSB TV, bringing you weekly insight and advice for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent professionals here from our studio in Atlanta. My name is Rachel Baker. I'm the head of customer service for Go Small Biz.
And I'm Chris Barnes, Director of Business Development, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. So as Rachel said, we're going to talk about dealing with customer complaints. And let me preface this by saying a customer complaint is not a bad thing. So don't panic, don't freak out, don't think it's a bad thing. It is a wonderful opportunity for you to create a great long-lasting relationship with a customer, and also a relationship where you'll get more referrals as well. But a lot of people will say, oh, customer complaint, that's terrible, we're not doing things right. It's a great opportunity to right a wrong. And also, you want to be dealing with people who pick up the phone and let you know that something may not be right. You can fix it then. It's the people who sit at home and stew and are angry that you're going to lose their business and you're not going to know why. So just please keep that in mind. A customer complaint is not a bad thing. It's a great opportunity. But also, dealing with customer complaints, it really starts before the complaint even happens. You have to have pleasant, happy employees, the people who are the face of your company. You need to have them be very happy, be very, well, what's the word? I don't know. They just really need to be comfortable in their position. The reason being, if they're not happy, they're underpaid, overworked, they don't like you as a leader, and then all of a sudden somebody's screaming at them in their face or over the phone, they're going to say, why am I dealing with this? I don't care. You want them to care, and the way they care is you take good care of them. So dealing with a customer complaint begins before the complaint happens, and it begins with a happy employee. But now let's get to the actual complaint. So Rachel, we have somebody standing in front of us or over the phone, and they're just not happy. They're yelling, they're screaming, they may be even a little irrational. How are you dealing with that?
Well, the first thing is to really just acknowledge the complaint and let them know, sympathize with them. Say, I understand your frustration, Mr. Customer. There's nothing worse than when a customer calls in or is in your store upset and you just try to, downgrade what their problem is, or, try to give excuses to why they're experiencing the issue. So I would always recommend to always say, I understand your frustration. Sympathize with them. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to understand where they're coming from. Take the time to really talk to them, listen, and understand what their issue is. And then you want to find a solution. Now, you might know as soon as they start telling you an issue what the solution is, but never try to cut them off. Let them vent. Let them explain to you. Let them get it off your chest, what's wrong, and then acknowledge and then offer solutions. So it might be something to where it's a programming issue that is going to take a while to code, and it's not something that you could resolve at the end of the phone call or the end of the day. Take the time to explain to them what the issue is, why it occurred, and what you're going to do to get it resolved.
Absolutely. Well, and I'll give you a perfect example. I work with a particular bank, and I had an account. I don't even use the account. And I log in and take a look, and sure enough, there's a $30 fee on the account. Why is that? I have no idea. I don't even use the account. So I pick up the phone and I call, and sure enough, they pick up the phone. Oh, well, Mr. Barnes, we appreciate you being, a great customer for as many years as you have been, and we understand your frustration. What would you like for us to do about that fee? What do you mean, what would you? I want you to get rid of the fee. Well, Mr. Barnes, we can take care of most of the fee, but we can't waive all of the fee. Why can't you waive all of the fee? Well, I don't have the power to do that. Once again, it goes back to empowering employees to take care of problems. Here I am, a customer of over 30 years, believe it or not, with this particular bank, and they can't waive an entire fee for something I don't even use. So being able to solve a problem that the customer has in a timely fashion will go a long, long way. Anything else you want to say about customer complaints?
Yeah, like you mentioned, them waiving the fee. If it's something to where it's only, $20 or a 1-month subscription, and they've been a customer of yours for a long period of time, you got to eat that cost. In the long run, that's really nothing compared to, a customer, a value customer that you've had a long time. And with this day and age, with social media, if you have a really upset customer to where they weren't treated right and didn't get that fee waived or whatever the problem was, they can get right on, all the social media channels and complain, and it's instant. And, things like that matter. So going that extra mile and, offering, a free month or waiving a fee can really help you in the long run, because those people can in turn write reviews on social media, and they can also, word of mouth, telling all their friends that when you turn into a negative into a positive, it could really go a long way for you.
Well, and the other thing is, think about companies that get ahead of customer complaints. I don't know where you're watching this today, but Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A has been world renowned for their customer service. They actually get ahead of customer complaints. If somebody's been waiting in line for a long time, or the line at the drive-thru is exorbitantly long and people have been waiting, you'll show up to the window or up to the counter and they'll give you a free drink or a free cookie or something like that. And people haven't even complained. They're getting ahead of the complaint because they expect more of their service and they expect more for their customer. So getting ahead of the complaint, empowering employees, acknowledging the complaint, and fixing the problem. Those are the keys to dealing with customer complaints. But folks, we really do appreciate you joining us for another edition of GSB TV, and we look forward to seeing you back next week, where we cover another helpful topic for you and your business.